Hello and welcome to my Day 1 League's starting route for how to unlock your first area as soon as possible. This list has about 5 tasks of redundancy, so if you skip a couple on the way, that's okay, and I'll also mention some extra tasks you can go for along the way that might slow you down a bit, but are things you might want to come back for in the future, or if you find yourself skipping too many, they're things you could go for. Let's jump into it and enjoy Leagues. Starting out in Lumbridge with the Leagues tutor or the Sage, and you do your Leagues tutorial. You open the Leagues menu, you unlock karamja and stuff, and you select your tier 1 relic. And now this is very important. Destroy the tool of the thing you pick. You do not want that tool, it will mess up some of the tasks because it will send things to the bank. We do not want to be sending things to the bank, we want them to stay in our inventory. The things we need to keep are the staff, the axe and pickaxe, the tinderbox, the net, we want the shrimp and the bread for the food, the bucket, the pot, and our runes. And once we've got all that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start pickpocketing, and we're going to pickpocket until we have 28 coin pouches. If you die from pickpocketing, that's fine, you respawn here and you just get your stuff again. And oh look, Hans's came past. We're going to talk to Hans, that's another task. Okay, and we're going to keep pickpocketing, we're going to go to 28. Okay, there's 28 coin pouches, that is our starter GP sorted, and let's pretend I didn't get Hans before. I'm going to run round until I see him, because someone was stalling him out the back. Hello, and then you... Cool, that's done. The next place we're going to do is we're going to be heading north. We're going to be heading to the pub. And we're going to be heading to the pub so that we can buy a beer. Talk to the bartender, and just number 1, I will have a beer please. And next we're coming over to the tutors here, and we're going to drop trick our runes, claim them, cool, and then you'd have more than I've got here. And this is something we're going to do now, is we're going to equip our dramen staff. We're going to select our autocast to be defensive airstrike. This is important to be just randomly maging stuff as you run around to get extra XP, because we want level 5 defense by the end of this plan, and you're going to get that passively from maging. Ideally we want to have 5 casts left, so don't use your last 5 mind runes, sorry, because we're going to need to kill a goblin at some point, and we want our casts free for that. It's totally fine if you manage to kill a goblin on the way, but there's a place where there's likely to be extra ones. Okay, we're going to come into the general store, and we're going to buy shears, and we're going to buy a knife. Out of here, we're going to head south, and we're going to head towards the graveyard. This is our setup done in Lumbridge. And let's see, on the way through, I'm just going to attack a man, get some of that XP, help level up a little bit. When we get over here, we're going to drain our prayer. We're going to drain a prayer point, and once our prayer point is drained, we're going to come in and... there we go, we're going to pray at the altar. That's a task. In the graveyard, we are going to dance. That's another task, and we're going to enter Death's Domain for another task. Cool, that was that one done. Let's leave there straight away. And we're going to head down to the fishing spot, and we are going to fish 3 shrimp. 3 because we want to cook one, we want to burn one, and the third one just gives us enough redundancy for that to not be a problem. If for some reason you burn all of them or you cook all of them, that's okay, there's a few spare tasks in this list. Okay, I've got my 3 shrimp, and now I'm going to look over at the mine. If there is free rocks, which aren't being always instantly mined, we will mine 1 tin and 1 copper, and when you go through Lumbridge later, you're going to smelt them into a bar, but let's assume there's not, so we drop our pickaxe. We're going to come over this way, and I'm randomly attacking stuff, and if I manage to tag one of these frogs, keep hitting it. Killing a frog's a task, that would be a bonus task right there. I'm assuming you can't, so just hit a rat and keep running, and you're going to click on this door because you're going to go into Xanaris. And in here, you're going to use that fairy ring to instantly leave again. Okay, we're going to head back up into Lumbridge. Sorry, if you manage to get your tin and your copper, you'll come this way to smelt them into a bar, but we're going out into the forest back here next, so if you didn't manage to get a tin and copper, which I'm assuming you didn't, you're going to head round the back of the castle. And the place we're looking for at the back of the castle is we're coming out to the tree patch. At the tree patch, we are going to purchase a rake from the gardener here. So where is the gardener? There they are. Trade. We're going to buy one rake, and we're going to rake the patch here. Cool, once that's done, you can just drop your rake, you don't need that again. While we're out here, we're going to be training to level 6 wood cutting. So you're going to chop logs, 3, and these should be respawning super fast because it's leagues. You're just going to keep chopping these to level 6 to allow you to use a steel axe, which we will have the money for later. So we are going to fletch one of these logs into arrow shafts. Here we go, just one. We are going to light one fire. I can't light a fire here, I'm on a little thing, oops. And we're going to cook our shrimps, hoping to cook one and hoping to burn one. But we're going to hold on to any cooked shrimp because we're going to be going into the stronghold at some point, and we would really like to have food if we're going to take damage. Okay, so around here you see all these spiders? We're going to unequip our staff, make sure we are on kick, and we are going to... go, kick a spider. You could kick a giant spider, I think. I'm not sure if they'll count, but the small ones definitely will. North. We're going north, and we're going up to the farms up here. And the things we're looking to do here is we're going to pick an onion, we're going to eat the onion, and we're going to come over top, we're going to set our attack style to punch, and we're going to try get a chicken on the way over. There we go, punching a chicken. From it, we're going to take the bones and the chicken, we're going to bury the bones, we don't need the feathers, and we're going to come over this stile. If there's a ram free, you can attack the ram for a free task, but if not, we're simply going to shear the sheep and head back over. There are goblins around here. Once again, we're trying to just... Sorry, put that back on. We're trying to just randomly mage stuff all the time, and if you manage to tag a goblin, you can kill it for another task. We're going to come into here, and you could do your chicken in here if you didn't get it before, but we're going to come up to the coop, and you're going to search the coop. That's going to give you an egg. Out of here, we're going round to the wheat field. In the wheat field, you're going to compete with everyone to pick up a piece of wheat, and you're going to go into your emotes, and you're going to cry. Where's cry? There's cry. That should be another task. And from there, we're going into the windmill, because we are going to make this into flour. Go right up to the top. Put the grain in the hopper. Operate the hopper controls, and climb back down to the bottom. Empty flour bin. Cool, we've got our flour from here. We're going to open this gate up here. It's probably already open because someone's probably beat you to it. You're not that fast, and you're going to milk a dairy cow. Alright, there's our milk. You can see we've got all the things for Cook's Assistant. We will get to that later. For now, we are going to keep running, because we are trying to make our way over to Draenor now. I'm pausing here because I missed something. You can see I'm pathing this way, but what we should do is we should head through here, over to this haystack, and spam click it until we get a needle. Now, as you're going over here, chopping this tree here is a task. There's going to be 100 people queued up here. That is not worth your time. Do not do that. Okay, coming to Draenor, we're going to... Oh, there's the start. We're going to do agility laps, and you're going to keep going for 1 mark of grace. If you're worried that you're not going to be able to get your tasks done and you might be coming up a little bit short, you could do 10 laps for a spare task, but I'm assuming you're definitely going to be able to get it done. 10 laps is a waste of time for now, you can come back and get that later. So there's 1 lap, hopefully a mark of grace has spawned up on the course. Oh, it actually has! Level 91 agility, and I actually got one here. That's super cool. You're gonna grab it for a task, you don't need it. You can get that later. If you didn't get a mark of grace, you can just keep doing laps, train a little bit of agility, and if you're getting close to 10, you can do your 10, but there you go, mine is done in 2, lovely. We're gonna come in here, and we're going to, there it is, there's the door. We're going to talk to Aggie, and we're going to tell her that she's a mad old witch. There we go, that's another task done, and that is our Draenor stuff done. We are now going to start heading south. And I'm heading south to come down here because there's a fairy ring behind here. And I'm going to take this fairy ring, which taking a fairy ring is a task, but it's also going to get us to where we need to go. DKR takes us up to Edgeville, so task done. We're going to trade Cristelia, and we're going to get an enchanted gem. And I'm assuming it's going to work is that I can check my task even if you don't have a task, and that should be a task. Okay, we're heading down into Barbarian Village now. And on the way down, we're going to stop in the very north building. The very north building, oh look, there's an imp. I'm going to attack the imp. If you ever get to kill an imp, scattering its ashes is going to be a task. So this is another reason it's good to just be attacking stuff on the way, and if you get a tag on an important thing, there you go, task done. Into the hall. Because this is a task, these beers on the tables are all going to be picked up by other people, so you come in and you drink the beer that we bought in Lumbridge, and then we're going to head into the stronghold of security. As we come through here, there are a lot of goblins. People are going to be running through here to try get the money and probably not killing them. The level 5 goblins have 5 health and the level 11 goblins have 7 health. So they're both going to be a reasonable one to kill, but try not to hit the level 13 ones, that's going to take you longer and they might be a little bit dangerous. If you look here too, there are rats. You can kill a rat on the way through. Killing a rat is a task, but I have another point where there'll be lots of rats that we couldn't get on our route if you don't manage to get one here, so it's not a big deal if you miss it. Okay, there's our first big chunk of money, and we're going to head down to the next level. So this is the level where you might take a little bit of damage. And it's okay to take damage here, this is what your food is for, eat it all now. You're not going to the level after this one, we only need the first 2 levels for GP. And searching this should give you all the money you need to head onwards. There's our money, we're gonna leave. We don't go around to the next level, you do not need that much cash, it's a waste of time. Though if you really need spare tasks, you can go to level 4, I just would highly not recommend it. So here's Pexa up here, we're gonna talk to Pexa, we're gonna buy a steel full helm. Needs to be a steel full helm, you're gonna equip it later, attacking things on the way, get the mage XP. Okay, going into Varrock, we're looking for one thing in particular, and that's the stray dog. If you ever see the stray dog, pet it. That's important, so we're just looking out, but on the way I'm heading to the staff shop. Gonna trade with Zaf and get a Staff of Air and equip that. That's gonna give me all my air runes now. Okay, we're gonna head down to this shop here and we're gonna buy an iron dagger. We're gonna equip the iron dagger and then we're gonna come and we're gonna talk to Charlie the Tramp. Alright, I'm gonna tell Charlie to get a job. There you go, made him mad. That's another task. Now I'm gonna come out east and there's going to be Old Man Yallow's house, the place you do... Pausing again, I was gonna say the place you do Daddy's home, but on the way here, I missed these cabbages. I needed to go in here. You're meant to pick one of these cabbages. We're gonna use our steel full helm on the hat stand. There we go, it fell off the hat stand. I'm gonna pick it back up. Then I'm gonna come over to Aubrey, and I'm going to buy a Mind Rune pack. There you go, that's going to give me heaps of Mind Runes to be able to cast Wind Strike defensively as we go round. And as I said, the goal is to get level 5 defense. And the reason we're going to get level 5 defense is at some point we're going to be able to equip that steel full helm and that'll be a task. Alright, grab some tea. That's a task. Another option here is to keep training at the tea stall until level 15 thieving, and that's going to let you pickpocket a ham member later on if you need to, and we're going to head north up here. At this point I skipped over doing the natural history quiz down here because it takes a fair bit of time. It's not going to be super fast for unlocking your first area, but the rewards from it are really good. Handing it in with 5 times XP is going to give you level 20 in both Hunter and Slayer. If you're rushing your first area, probably not worth it, but if you want those rewards, they're really good, probably worth stopping here. Up to you. And up north we're going to do a couple of things. If you didn't manage to kill a rat before, we're going to come down into the manhole and there are a lot of rats in here. There definitely will be enough for you. So in we go. And attack a rat. Cool, that's helping get our defense up. I'm then going to come up to the estate agent and I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to buy a house. The house is going to give me a task. You could do the quest here, but it's not worth the time. Don't do the quest here. You can come back for that if you want later. Alright, we're looking for... I think she's upstairs? There we go, Elsie. Look, we can give her the tea we got, and she's gonna tell us a story, and that story is another task. Cool. Back down we go. And we're gonna come into the barber here, and haircut, please, Emma. Oh, there we go, open the door. Haircut, please, Emma. Okay, I did not know you should take that. That's cool. Okay, haircut, please, Emma. That was a harder thing than I was expecting. And sure, I get my haircut, I confirm. And now we're heading out of Varrock. I didn't manage to see the dog, I didn't spot it, so I'd be one task behind, but as I said, there is redundancy and some extra ones you can get. And at the sawmill, that's what this other log is for. We're going to buy a single plank. Thank you very much. And from here, we're going to cast Home Teleport. And once we get back to Lumbridge, now you can go pick up your Echo tool. The sage will be over here, and you can pick up that tool that you destroyed at the start. That's really nice. It'll be useful now. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to finish Cook's assistant. Sup, Cook. And that's going to be that, and that gone. Next thing I missed on my practice run is to cook this chicken on the Lumbridge range now that you can use it. That's what it's for. Cook your chicken. Nice, Cook's assistant done, and I'm going to head round to the north staircase because going up the north staircase is a task. And we're going to head up here and we are going to start Rune Mysteries. The reason we're going to start Rune Mysteries is not because we're going to do it, but because we get an air talisman. In a second, spin our ball of wool. When I get down the staircase, I'm going to take my air talisman, right click, and I'm going to locate. And then you can keep it on you, and if you get to a bank you can put it there, or you can drop it and get one later. You really don't need to worry about it for now. Okay, we're going to come outside and we're going to head over to Bob's axes now, because we have enough money to buy a steel axe. We trained up to 6 wood cutting before, so we're going to be able to use it, buy 1 steel axe, and then I'm going to talk to Bob and ask him if he's got a quest. There we go. Nice. At this point, we now have our steel axe. We're going to quickly run out here, and if you missed any tasks on the way, now is the time to do it. And if you needed that 15 thieving on the way, we can come out here as we're chopping our tree and go pickpocket your ham member, but for this one, I'm not going to. Because we're going to open up our leagues interface, and in the leagues interface, we're going to use the karamja teleport. And the karamja teleport is going to take us to Brimhaven. Next thing I missed on my practice run, head up to the docks up here and buy a thing from the charter ships. Can be anything and you can drop it straight away. If you're struggling for tasks, if you missed a few, you could go down here and try get an agility arena ticket. But with low agility, it's going to be really difficult, and we're going to come through onto the volcano here. There are lots of imp spawns on the volcano, so on the volcano, if you haven't killed an imp yet, see if you can get an imp kill with the rest of your casts, which you've been casting the whole time, remember, and you're going to take those fiendish acids and you're going to scatter them. On the way, keep hitting things, got to get all that mage and defense XP, because we're heading over here to the banana plantation. And at this point you want to have 6 inventory spots, because we're going to pick 6 bananas. And one of the bananas we're going to eat. That is delicious. And then we're going to come over to Luthus here. We're going to fill the crate. Oh, no, I need to talk to him first. See, this is why I'm doing a practice run. I gotta learn things here. Could you offer me employment? Yeah, okay, now we fill the crate just like I used to do back in the day. And come talk to Luthus for 30 GP. Okay, we're going back to Brimhaven. You could teleport over, or if you missed your imp kill on the way over, so as we come back over to Brimhaven, we're making our way to the Brimhaven dungeon, and on the way, we're going to check the pineapple plants. It's about here where you're going to be finished with your 60 tasks and you're going to unlock a new region. On your way past here, quickly enter and exit your player-owned house. See these pineapple plants here? There we go. Pick that pineapple. That's a task, and I'm going to pay to enter this dungeon, and for sure I'm going to have... Yep. I've got 500 GP left over. I have unlocked my second area, but if for some reason I haven't unlocked my second area, and I'm just going to click pay fair because I've got plenty of GP. I would have 1,000 less because I bought a house. And I forget how much that's meant to cost, but that should have gone down there. And we're going to trade this friend, and we're going to buy a torch. There it is. Bang. If you don't have it by now, you can go talk to the innkeeper over in Shiloh Village to go take a rest in the bed. It will cost you a tiny bit of money. And if for some reason you're still short, here's another list of tasks that you could quickly run through to finish off, but I imagine you should have finished a few tasks ago by now. Hopefully this helped and you're enjoying your first day of leagues, or all the leagues hype, which is what this is for me now, why I'm doing practice runs and such. Okay, crack out, have a wonderful day, bye bye bye. And of course, a huge thank you to all my channel members who give me the motivation to keep making things like this. Thank you very much to Noctiverse, to Ryan Price, to TrodWikipad, to Parakiwi, to Max, to DI, to DiggyDogSP, and most of all to my 3 friends of the channel, Shiem, Danny Boy, and Scarlet.